So what has happened in Battlefield 5 this week? Well, let's dive straight into it. So welcome to the new series, which I'm going to be uploading on Friday. I know it's a Saturday today, however I think that I'm going to be uploading this possibly weekly on Fridays. Unfortunately I haven't been able to actually upload it yesterday. So what has happened this week? There hasn't really been that much really. We have actually got some patch notes for next week's update and kind of a few things that are getting added. Obviously we'll be getting the Sundan map, which could be delayed, we don't really know. Well, in the patch notes it states that Conquest definitely won't be coming next week, mainly because there has been quite a few issues with that where the game has actually crashed during a match whilst he playing Al Sundan, which is quite unfortunate, but hopefully they will be getting that sorted pretty much straight away or even the week after. So there's a whole list of things that are going to be happening, including tons of nerfs to the game. So let's just start with the vehicle changes. As we know, there has been a plane noises issue within the game where there's been unnecessary lingering of planes noise whilst flybys are happening. There has also been a couple of issues relating to the Churchill crocodile tank, but the most significant issue was not being able to repair the turret after it had been disabled. This will be fixed possibly next week. However, I have to state that none of this has actually been locked in just yet, but Part-Time Welsh is working with the teams to confirm exactly what will be happening within this update. Moving on to weapon changes, just a bit of a preview. There will be a couple of changes to the boys AT rifle in this update. The magazine can now be sported with one additional round in the chamber, making the ammo capacity 5+1. Improvements have also been made to bipod detection, and you should find that they deploy a little bit more reliable now across all weapons that use them. So there's been a few more tweaks to health and ammo crate. We will find that the players who have selected the health and ammo crate can be seen by other players to be physically holding in one hand. And the ammo crate will now provide both primary and secondary ammo, with scoring now of values similar to health crate. So that is actually pretty perfect really, because there obviously was a few issues with that. They've also changed the collision behaviour of both crates so that they can be placed on vehicles and stick during movement. Long live the heel mobile. So this is where the nerf comes in. There's been a change to the AP mine. They've been a little bit of a problem for a while now, and they've been kind of a little bit overpowered. So what they've done now is that only 2 AP mines can be placed per person, and that they can't be placed within 3.6 meters of each other. It's also worth stating that they will be unspawned on death, provided that you aren't revived. I think it's probably worthy of this nerf, I guess. I don't think much can be said against it, because it's, it was a bit of a problem. The explosion delay has been increased to 1 second too. It was around about 0.7 seconds with the explosion itself no longer occurring beneath the point of detonation. It's going to be a little bit more easier to evade them if you're fast enough. So if you go prone, you could actually avoid the damage, which is quite great really. I mean, it's definitely a way of trying to get out of the situation where you might kill yourself by stepping on this mine. So for the downstate changes, players electing to bleed out can do so faster, which is great, with the time now reduced to 2.5 seconds, which is quite fast compared to what it had previously. And note that this won't affect your overall time to redeploy in the parrot cam or spawn screen. Players preferring to hold on for a medic or squad member can now have 25.6 seconds of hold time during the down state, increased from 21.33 seconds. Now, found in Battlefield, it's quite hard with medics because not many people really want to come and get you and pick you up. But hopefully it's kind of resolved the situation where you've obviously got a little bit more time, but also if you're choosing to bleed out, you can actually do so faster. You don't need to really be waiting as long as you have to actually respawn. So I'll move on to TDM changes. Team Deathmatch fans will find that they've changed the layout of Aerodrome, Devastation, Narvik and FL652. They have some pretty detailed notes coming through that they'll be sharing alongside the update notes when they drop next week. On the topic of game modes, there has also been changes to the Frontlines game mode, where it will encourage better objective play in the mode. They'll be keen to give this a good deal of focus during Tides of War in Chapter 4 to learn more about how this changes players' behaviour on the mode. The areas that they're focused on within this update are changes to round length, reducing instances of objective ping pong, accessibility, and changes to vehicle spawning that ensure vehicles reach the shifting front lines faster. So yeah, overall it's quite a large update really. But obviously not much has really happened this week, unfortunately. It's kind of all to come next week, and hopefully Sundan will also be out next week on the 27th, which is the Thursday. I will also be uploading the video, as I said at the start, on Friday, based on what has happened within that week and what I've seen and what yous have seen. I like to kind of go onto Twitter now and then and go on Discord now and then just to check what people are up to and see if they see any changes that maybe haven't been noted in the change notes or the change log. And I will actually kind of review over the Tides of War situation, where there could be tons of different weapons getting added. Obviously we've seen around about 32 or 35 weapons that could be added to the game very, very soon. Obviously with the M1 Grand within the Pacific Theatre, which to be honest I'm hoping will actually come a little bit earlier. I'll be really over the moon if it does. So that's really all for this Battlefield 5 week update. Obviously, as I said, there hasn't really been that much, unfortunately, but that's kind of a bit of a rundown of the patch notes, and I do hope I have informed you of everything that can actually come up in next week's update, and I shall see you next video. Do subscribe if you haven't already, it's greatly appreciated, and do like if you haven't already. Share the video as well, that'll be amazing too, and I shall see you next video. Bye.